And this fixed line operators, what they're doing in social media, the percent of them on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. An interesting aspect is that over half of fixed line operators in the region now have YouTube presence. So as was said over and over the past panel, basically the future the dynamic that's being faced now with the operators is that it is not voice-centric. Operators have become effectively mobile ISPs. Their network, is it operational efficiency or operational excellence? That was a point of contention at the debate. And I like this quote that there's nothing so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all. So it's really points to what operators should be doing with their networks in the coming landscape. And I think a lot of it is not just throwing more capital expenditure on it and throwing more capex money on it, but rather also looking into innovative billing and bundles, how to segment the market and how to offer different packages of data use rather than the vanilla volume-based data plans that are the norm now. Maybe partnerships with over-the-top players. And also, I think, fiber to the home operators, mobile operators that have fixed networks, either ADSL or fiber to the home, would probably benefit from the overloading traffic onto the broadband home connections. This is happening, for example, in America, where once you go home, your mobile data is actually backhauled by your broadband connection at home and not by the cellular network. I sped through these slides efficiently, and basically just drop me an email. You'll have copies of this presentation. Drop me an email also at ArabAdvisorsGroup for a copy of it, and thank you for your attention. And I hope that I've woken everybody after lunch for the exciting panel of Jeremy Foster and his colleagues after now. I'll probably take one or two questions if there are, and then...
Well, I've certainly got one for you. You're describing this, I mean, I remember when you first launched the Convergence conference in Amman. In those days, we used to talk about convergence as being voice and data, which seems quite amusing now. We're now seeing a new era of convergence where we're looking at television and mobile content coming together with these networks. You're talking about OSN. Are they not already dead in the water? Are operators' multiplay offerings not already dead in the water? Because you've got Apple TV and Google TV and Internet TV, which is effectively going to take the place of anything an operator gives us.
Well, I still believe in first mover advantage, and I think that OSN, they're approaching profitability and revenue growth, especially when they change their setup to combat piracy effectively. But how long will they sustain that? It's really anybody's guess. But I agree with you that they're facing global competitors, and increasingly people will have choice, not just regionally but globally, not just in their home market, but they can access it through global operators.
Another point that I thought was interesting, the figures on English language use and smartphones are very, very high. Is that not at least partly because there's no content in Arabic, the interfaces aren't in Arabic? We've seen huge adoption of Facebook in Arabic, but otherwise it's retarded because the stuff isn't there for people to actually consume.
Yes, but then the question was not whether you used Arabic applications or not. The question was, what language do you prefer for your
So it's actually a preference as opposed to what language do you use?
So the ones in Jordan surprisingly said, I prefer the English language for my smartphone applications. And actually, if we take a small survey of all the Jordanians present, how many Jordanians? Probably 5 or 10 Jordanians present here. Yeah, maybe 10, 11. With the Arab Advisors team, 20. Okay. And I bet you that none of them uses Arabic menus or have Arabic applications on their smartphones. Why? I don't know. Maybe we're just too westernized now in Amman.
Okay, let's go to the floor for some questions. Gotcha.
Oh, sorry. Actually, Alex, there's a voting question that I'd like to share with the audience, if I may, after this question.
I want to follow up on the language issue. So I was with Maktub during the Maktub days. And we would ask people, would you use email? And they would always say, no, we'd use email in English. I think it's a reflective of early adopter. So English is now you have good demographics, high income people with smartphones. So they're actually using it in English because they're versed. The minute you start moving from early adopter to late adopter or mass, you'll see Arabic really prevail. I really recommend people to focus on Arabic content. On the mobile, trust me, people will use it, just like they use Maktub and Yahoo now is in Arabic.
I fully agree with you, and I think the results in Jordan may be that because application users of the total smartphone users are still a minority, relatively speaking, so that it might have been to do with that. We'll have the voting question now. I'd like to ask the audience some questions. Will Arab companies and entrepreneurs be able to secure the highest share of the smartphone applications purchases in the Arab world? Yes, for sure. Yes, provided they forge strong relations with telcos. No, but their share will grow to respectable levels. No, they will continue to have a minuscule share. So let's start the voting on that. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that.
So what you're asking, by 2015, will Arab companies be selling more applications on smartphones than all of the international companies? Will we be playing Arabic games and not Angry Birds?
Yeah. I think to compel people to buy applications is you have to give them compelling applications that they think are worth their money. I'll be honest with you, I haven't bought many applications. Most of the applications I have on my smartphone are free applications, except for the time that my son tricked me into feeding electronic fish, and I had to cough up $150 for electronic food to electronic fish in an electronic bowl. And the results are? So basically, most believe that their share will grow to respectable levels, which is reassuring, but they will not have the highest share. And 11% are quite pessimistic when they say it will continue to be a minuscule share. I hope they're wrong. I'm really, personally, my preference is number 2. I hope, more sort of a wishful thinking rather than a firm opinion.
Jawad Abbassi, thank you very much for the presentation today.
Thank you.